Well, I woke up with a cold. Let's make some elderberry syrup.
Bring 4 cups of water, 2 cups of dried elderberries, 2 cinnamon sticks, some dried ginger root, orange peel, and a handful of cloves to a boil. Then drop it to a simmer for 30 minutes. Once that's done, take it off the heat and let it steep for an hour. Next, it's time to strain off the syrup. I use a fine mesh strainer over a large measuring cup and do it in batches, making sure to smush the berries down to squeeze out as much juice as possible. While I'm doing that, let's talk about elderberries for a second. They're the ideal ally during cold and flu season because of their potent antiviral actions. Elderberries are rich in flavonoids, which help block the spread of viruses, and they're also loaded with antioxidants to help you fight off infection. Just note that the fresh berries contain alkaloids and cyanogenic compounds, so it's recommended that if you're using fresh berries, they should be cooked for at least 30 minutes to reduce these compounds. I prefer using dried berries for this reason. This recipe typically yields about 1.5 cups of syrup, to which I'm adding 1 cup of honey. The syrup would be very sour and bitter otherwise. The next step is optional, but I add 1 cup of organic brandy to the syrup to extend the shelf life. Without it, the syrup should last about 2 weeks in the fridge, but the alcohol will help it last a little longer. Again, totally optional, it's just a personal choice. Stir it all together until the honey has dissolved into the syrup. Pour it into a jar or a bottle to keep in the fridge. You can take a spoonful several times a day to boost immunity and even every hour during an acute infection. If you're using a mason jar with a metal lid, make sure to place a square of wax or parchment paper between the lid and the jar to avoid the syrup interacting with the metal of the lid. As always, remember to label your jar with the date you made the syrup and always keep it in the fridge. It should have a rich, dark ruby color. Stay healthy, friends.